Has anybody else been following this story about the 6 US Congress people who wrote a letter to the Canadian ambassador to the United States complaining that we're not taking good enough care of our forests, and that's why all the smoke is rolling down into like Minnesota, North Dakota, and Wisconsin, and choking those poor people? I mean, I got a copy of the letter. It was dated July 7th, and here's their 2 biggest complaints. Okay, so the first one is, a key driver of this issue has been a lack of active forest management. And also, number 2, we've also seen things like arson as another way of multiple large wildfires being ignited in Canada. Remember, this is just on the same lines as last year when they were accusing Prime Minister Justin Trudeau personally going out and lighting fires in Western Canada. I mean, give me a break. So, a couple things. First of all, the lead signatory on this is Tom Tiffany from Wisconsin. And so I just checked to see what his constituents think about him. And there was an editorial in something called the Cap Times, and written by Dave Zweifel, editor emeritus. So not a young, we're not talking millennials here. This dude's a boomer like me. Here's what he had to say about Tom Tiffany. Tiffany again this month demonstrated how, in a relatively short period of time, he has earned the reputation as one of the biggest charlatans in the U.S. House of Representatives. He's become yet another political embarrassment from Wisconsin. And so these are all sort of Trump MAGA representatives, right? And the other 5 are kind of in the same vein, so I think that quote pretty much tells you everything you need to know. But here's some data. If we're not actively managing our forests, I just wanted to give you some information about Canada's boreal forest, which is where most of the fires are taking place. 5.5 million square kilometers, 2.1 million square miles. Roughly 60% of Canada's land area. I mean, we're the 3rd largest land mass in the world, and 60% of it is covered by our boreal forest. How are we going to manage that? Are we going to go out with, like Donald Trump suggested, with rakes? Is that how we're going to do it? Come on. This is ridiculous. 75% of our country's forests are boreal forests, and 28% of the world's remaining boreal forest. The boreal forest in Canada stretches from Newfoundland in the east to the Yukon in the west. I mean, it's basically most of the country. How do you actively manage that? And yet somehow it's now our fault, and we are supposed to fix it so, folks down in Wisconsin aren't inconvenienced. And this wouldn't be a big deal. We might have a good laugh at it, except that, the leader of said country, Donald Trump, just threatened to slap 35% tariffs on everything we export down to the United States. He's picking another fight with us. These people are ridiculous. I just don't know what to say. What next? Space lasers? Oh, sorry, somebody's already taken it. Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's no bottom to this one, folks. So if you see this show up in your news feed, disregard it.